Welcome to another show. How's everybody's quarantine doing on this Easter Sunday? For this episode, I had my friend Joanne on the show. She was actually the co-host of a former podcast of mine called the Liberty Shabbat Network. It didn't work out when I had to move back to New York, but figured we'd catch up while we got the pandemic going on. We were able to have a good Skype call, good conversation. The audio quality was very nice. Don't forget Tony Talks 8 on both Instagram and Twitter, and Tony Talks 8 podcast at gmail.com. If you want to send us anything, send it over. Just no dick pics, or at least keep the dick pics to a minimum. But nudes are welcome as always. All right, everybody, enjoy the show. Thanks for coming on, JoJo. How's Killeen been with the whole corona pandemic and everything? I heard Bell County, they didn't have a lot of cases, and then they're having cases. And I saw you saying stuff about we need to stay home.
See, I am the only person in my home that has to go and hunt for food. And so every time I go out, I get really nervous because I'm just and I always have to limit my trips. So every time I do go out, I'll make sure I try to get everything in one trip. I don't want to make go to 3-4 stores. Right,
of course. I've been, and I've said this on every podcast now, so if people listening, they get sick of hearing it, but I ordered stuff for pickup. Mm-hmm. Groceries. I don't know if that's an option over there. I know that you live.
I tried that. Okay. So for the curbside ones.
Yeah.
Everybody's using it to where there's no available slot times or days until weeks out. So the other day, matter of fact, yesterday was supposed to be my first time getting the delivery for Walmart because I was able to get in on a day. And so my delivery date was for yesterday, Friday, 6. But I made the order on Wednesday. And check this out. Yesterday, I got a text at 4 p.m. saying they canceled my delivery. I was so pissed. That was my groceries. I was like, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Now I can't even believe that or trust it. I haven't tried the curbside yet, but even with that, the time, there's no slots and times. And I'm just now I got to really go out there and get my stuff. And I'm like, man, this is crazy.
That is crazy, especially in Killeen. I think that because I haven't had any issues for the most part in Dallas. I have issues with them having every item on the list. They'll do substitutions. I had a big pickup yesterday, but I didn't get any milk, which sucked.
I don't know why, because my friend got hers yesterday too. So she's maybe it's the driver. I don't know who determines this, and they just canceled my whole order. I was so relieved because I'm great, good. That's good. I don't got to go nowhere. I'm going to get my eggs, my milk, all that. And, everything else on the list. And then for me to get that text, and then they refunded the money back, everything. And I'm just like, what?
Wow. That's a big letdown. They shouldn't do that with deliveries. I understand how it happens because everybody's just buying everything. But you should just turn your delivery service off, not even offer it if you're going to cancel on people.
Yeah, and they did it at 4. I was expecting it at 6 p.m. And so, yeah. I don't know, it's crazy. So now I have to plan my strategy for today or tomorrow to go out there and figure out which, store to hit just to get my list. I hate it.
I think if it's better, it's safer to do pickup because they know you're coming and they're kind of forced to keep your order, even if it's a couple of weeks out. Because I did it for 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, just because I knew I had to get food. So, and if I had enough stuff to hold me over, at least in a few weeks, I'll be able to get some shit for good. I knew it was coming. So
I'll have to try that later because right now I need these. These are stuff that I need now. And
do you have stuff right now?
I do, but as far as like canned stuff. I have. It's just I don't have like, I need milk, need eggs, I need vegetables. And my last trip, they were out. Like even frozen vegetables, they didn't even have none. Like,
do you have any canned foods?
I do. I mean, that would be our last resort if we're all here starving to death. But I think my kids would rather starve to death than eat that.
I stocked up on so many canned foods. I just kept buying canned foods because I know I'm good to like 2023 on a lot of this shit. Those canned foods, they're clutch. If you need them in a pinch, I got garbanzo beans. I've got the protein right there. You got the canned vegetables, get your essential, micronutrients. I got the vitamin. I got canned mandarins that'll last till 2023. There's my vitamin C. So I know I got that shit if the frozen food and everything else runs out.
Well, I really didn't.
You're not thinking about all this shit.
I just figured, hey, go hit up the store every now and then. But
is there are businesses open? What's the story with a lot of the businesses over there?
So it's weird because when I did go out there and drive around to see, it just really seems like everything is open. But really, it's like auto stores are open. The auto zones. Of course, all the restaurants.
The restaurants are open, or are they open for the delivery or pickup?
For the delivery and
right.
Pickup.
Okay.
But it's weird because it looks like everything is just a normal day. Like you see a lot of people out still, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I was driving. That's the biggest thing. When I go to Walmart, I see people just carrying on business as usual. And then it makes me a little pessimistic. But then you see the numbers are dropping off. Like in New York, I've been talking to a lot of people in New York. There's 80,000 people infected.
Yeah.
So that shit's crazy. That shit's scary. So here I'm good. When I gotta get my groceries, I go get my groceries and I come right back. Whatever. Little podcast called JoJo. How you doing?
I actually thought that Texas would get hit bad because Texas is a big state too, but we're not even on the list. Did you see that?
Well, let's knock on wood.
Oh yeah, knock on wood. So that means we're being really good. I mean, I kind of had no confidence only because a lot of people was not following guidelines at first, but it seems like as far as numbers.
The governor, Trump, on all his speeches, he says we got Greg Abbott's our governor. I don't even know. I'm not up on Texas.
I know.
He's been doing good.
Yeah, and you know what? They just put out that they're thinking about reopening next week. Businesses.
Oh, really?
Which I'm a little.
That makes me nervous.
No, it makes me nervous because on the same day we had Greg Abbott say that open within the next week or by beginning of May, and then on other news, and these are both reliable sources like CNN, and the other one was I forgot what's the other one, but it was a reliable news.
Did you wait? You said CNN was reliable news? Because according to my president, CNN is fake news, okay? I need you to retract that statement immediately.
Okay, I think it was CNBC or something like that. So
even worse. No, I'm just kidding. Continue on.
You have one now. It's researchers were saying that Texas and Florida is about to get hit next, big time, right?
And shit.
On the same day, Greg Abbott says they're thinking about reopening businesses real soon. So I'm like, who do you trust here? Who do you believe, the researchers or
there was something? So somebody said something about if we do too much, we won't even know that we did too much, and this thing won't be as big as it could have been. But if we don't do enough, we're gonna know because people are gonna be infected, hospitals will be overrun, and ultimately lives will be lost. So people have mixed feelings about quarantining healthy people, but to me it's better to err on the side of caution with human life and stuff, because then you might just you might have to shut down anyway, and you just undo all the progress that you made.
Yep. I mean, I don't know. Everybody tries to talk about, reopening businesses and how they're going to try to follow all the safety precautions and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous for them to open everything back, only because it's like, once you do that, everybody that was locked up in their house will go crazy, and then
I think they should do it gradually.
Yeah, gradually they open up like little businesses at a time. But even that's a little nerve-wracking. I mean, I'll feel sorry for the businesses because, for example, the barber, the nail salons, people are going to go crazy. Once they open up, that's where all the crowd is going to be at. So yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy that those things that you don't really, those little perks of life, that those services.
So I feel like, a lot of them business will probably pick back up, and those small businesses, only because a lot of people, I mean, at one point, a lot of us maybe took it for granted, or not even. It's almost like everything is, we'll get back to that later. But then now that we don't have it, it's like we kind of like realize that we do need it. And yeah.
I fortunately haven't gone to a barber in like 10 years because I just shave my head in the shower every other day or some shit. So I haven't missed anything. I don't need anything.
That's good. Well, my son, I'm like that mom that takes him once a month. So
is that a lot or is that not a lot?
That's bad.
That's not good? That's
not good because
he's good then. He's kind of okay then.
No, because before all of this happened, it was going on a month. So
the month. Oh, I see.
Yeah, like I should have taken him to get his haircut before all this happened, and we would have been straight. But now I'm like, wow, sorry, son.
First world problems. This haircuts that everybody's complaining.
And
well, can you cut his hair? Do you ever cut hair?
Did I ever cut hair?
Yeah.
Okay, so
my mom used to cut my hair, so like I don't know.
I cut his hair one time when he was a baby, and I will never do that again. I mean, I almost just skin bald his head. So I mean, now he's he's aware, so he's probably not gonna let me touch his head. Last time, I mean, when I did that, I had to chase him around the house just to cut off his hair. Shave his head off. So
how is it with them? Is there anything you guys do together to kind of decompress as a family, or how are they going stir crazy, or?
Well, with technology these days, that's what's keeping them very busy.
Thank God.
I do try to promote the whole family bonding thing, like, hey, let's watch a movie or whatever, and all I hear is crickets. Yeah. My little one, she's always like, let's do a TikTok and this and that. And, I try, but I suck.
I seen that. You posted that on Facebook. You posted some TikTok stuff.
Yeah, that was like real bored.
You were I think you were in bed and your kid was on the bed or something. Was that missing that?
I think that was the I'm bored in the house, whatever that thing is. There was a clip where I was in the bed, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy what this quarantine thing makes you do.
How are you personally, when you were doing I want to bring this up, the pinup pictures. When did you do those? How did that start? And
how did it start?
Do you have like a little photo studio where you go and do them now to kind of like take your mind off the coronavirus? No.
So this pinup thing, it just started because I think one day I was just like bored, and I don't even know how I came across that pinup, pictures with the lady, but she used to stay here in Killeen, and I just wanted to try it out. Like if you compare my first pinup to, the most recent one, I look like
how often do you do them? So you said recent one.
I try to do it, every couple of years or so, just it's because it's fun. Every now and then it's good to like, get dressed up,
to express yourself.
Yeah. And the only thing I hate about it, because it makes you feel good, makes us feel good for like 2 seconds when we look at the pictures and we're like, oh, our stomach's flat. Oh, they do Photoshop a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no! I wish you didn't tell me that.
No, yeah. It's funny because then that's the only good thing about it is because you get to like look at those pictures and be like, oh, look at that. So it makes you feel good for a minute, but then in real life you're just like, eh. Sometimes it's also still good motivation because, when you look at the pictures, it makes you, it still makes you feel pretty and stuff like that. But it's a lot of photoshopping going around with that.
I showed one of them to my girl, and I was like, this is who's going to come on the podcast tomorrow. And she told me to ask you if it's a similar bourgeois.
Bonjour.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Okay, and bonjour is more, it's like real intimate.
What is it?
It's still, it's more of an intimate setting too. Like they might have it like, on the bed and you're just, the picture is really, and you're wearing less, you might have like a sheer lingerie and, it just.
Oh, nice.
But bonjour is more like intimate type, like sexy but classy, stuff like that.
Sexy but classy. Yeah. It's interesting. Sexy but classy with less clothing on.
Guys have it too. Okay. Guys have that too.
Oh yeah, I used to do it all the time. Yeah, don't forget about it. Tony's bonjour. Here's your bonjour right here.
Let's see the pictures.
Oh, those are in the secret stash. That's on my my OnlyFans page. Oh.
Yeah, but I wanted to do another one too. But
when was the last time you did it?
I can't remember. Had to have been 4 years.
Really? So it's 2020. So you did that almost like since before I met you.
Because I'm
like
just
around the same time.
I'm just going off of because it was after I already broke up with my ex, so it had to have been somewhere within these last 5 years.
So wait, did you do those?
No, I didn't do it because I broke up with him. Okay.
Typical woman.
Like, look what you're missing. No, I was kidding. No, that wasn't it. It was a plan, and I think around that time I was really trying to get in shape, and it was like kind of like a goal. Like, okay, if I get in shape, I can do these pictures like that, So it was. But
they photoshopped it anyway. It's like I could only got to do a little of it.
That's true because the lady kept every time a photographer will get in touch with me and I'm like, wait, I'm waiting a few more weeks. I'm still trying to get in shape, and she's like, girl, don't worry about all that, But I don't want it to be like too much Photoshop. Like, dang, I want to be able to take credit for something like my booty or I don't know.
Yeah, you just want a entry level Photoshop designer, not like you don't need Steven Spielberg's people to come in and say we need to brush this shit up.
I didn't want her to change my whole body to where it's not my body anymore. I'm like, damn, ain't none of that mine.
Have you been because for people that don't know, we met at Title Boxing Gym. Used to go a lot and exercise and stuff. How has the quarantine been for you with working out and stuff?
It's horrible.
Are you still staying fit?
I'm dying.
It's horrible. Is it really?
Hey, I'm to the point where I'm wanting to call one of the trainers to do mitt work, but I'm trying so hard to just stay put. And I know our trainers, they're doing the online workout. I mean, in the beginning, it looked like a good idea for me, but I just found out it's not for me.
So what were they doing on the video workouts?
So they go on live, the Facebook Live, and then they do, 30-minute workout like sessions and stuff like that. And I just can't keep up. And I guess to me, it's boring for me because it's just me. And, I'm more of like, I want to go into, and that's why I joined Tidal, because I went in there to,
group setting.
Yeah.
People.
And so that's what's going on right now. I'm trying to teach my son to do mitt work with me, but I don't think he can take any of my punches. So no.
How old is he?
He's 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I think you should be able to hold him here and there. But I don't know. I've seen you work the bag, though. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. I wish I had a bag, too. I think that would have probably been good.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to order a bag, but I figured my girl would be like, no, this is taking up the fucking half the room. If I got a pull-up bar and I do stuff with On It. I don't know if you've heard of On It. They're located in Austin. They have like a body weight program. It's just like the video, and then you do what they do, and then to make up this shit, I got a weighted vest and I do some pull-ups, and then I run and all that shit. So I'm doing okay. I like it.
That's good. I have not found one yet, so I'm struggling. But I'm surprised that I'm keeping my weight. I think it's because I'm cooking more. And so,
that's true.
Yeah. And, I thought I would gain weight because, even though we're stuck up in the house and we're eating a lot, but I think it does help a lot when you do cook your own food rather than I was buying out a lot also before and eating, with working with like realtors and stuff like that. All we do is eat, so I was gaining a lot.
Okay.
And now that we've been stuck in the house, I've been kind of maintaining the weight. Yeah.
That's good. On my last pickup, I tried to order cookies, and they were sold out of the cookies. And I was like, that's probably a good thing. I didn't get the cookies.
No, for me.
How are they sold out? Are people stocking up on cookies? How the fuck were they sold out?
Yeah, they are. It's crazy. So I was at Sam's and I was looking for eggs and milk. All of that was out. The only thing that was left there that looked like it was calling me and looked like, the lights from the heavens was like at it.
Well,
it was the cookies, chocolate
cookies. I want chocolate chip cookies. I don't know why. I just want chocolate chip cookies right now.
And so I bought it because I'm like, well, I guess this is what's left. And it was like the only thing in that cooler, like the only thing. And I'm like, how weird. I just got it. So, and it was where the eggs were supposed to be at.
The cookies were where the eggs were supposed to be.
Yeah. It's normally not on that part of the cooler, but it's weird how they sat that box like right there. So I just grabbed it. 72 cookies.
Is that a lot? How much do they usually come with?
That's like 3 packs, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
It was like.
And that was 1 pack?
Yeah, you know how Sam's be selling like bulk?
Oh, yeah, Sam's Club. That makes sense now.
So it was like 3 packs in like a box. But
good. Do you still have them?
Down to my last one. I'm down to my last one. This is it.
Yeah, right when we started, you were saying that you got your coffee, you got your cookies, you're good.
Yeah.
So, God bless you. So what's it been like over there with how has the dating scene changed over in Killeen and all that shit? How are the men treating you over there? How's the dating scene versus the one night stand scene, or is it like kind of intertwined?
We're not gonna get into the one night right now, okay?
I don't know. These are the topics you told me you want to talk about. I'm waiting till now to mention them because I was like, oh, goody.
It was a joke.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I wrote it down. I'll edit this out.
I'm just kidding. No, but the dating scene pre-COVID times, I really was not too much worried, or not worried, but really thinking about it. But now during the COVID times, I've been thinking hard about it. That's crazy because I'm just like, man, I need to get out more, and I gotta do this, and I gotta talk to more people. Like it's crazy. But when I think about before we were stuck up in the house, I'm just like, it didn't really matter. But being that I'm about to be like what? I don't want to say, but with my age, it is a little depressing. And being that, because, I have 3 kids, and I know a lot of people always say, oh, it doesn't matter, blah, blah. No, I think it does matter. I mean, it does. And I don't know.
What matters? Because you have the kids being with somebody matters?
So, like, me being my age, old.
Oh, your age.
Yeah. So a lot of that does matter as far as age and, kids and, just stuff like that. And I don't know how to explain it. The window, it gets smaller.
Oh, the window. Okay.
The window gets smaller. So that's what kind of sucks to where, I just kind of like, I don't want to say I gave up, but just stop thinking about it, whatever. Like, I'll just die single or something.
I'll just die. Are you on any of the apps there? The Tinder Rooney, the Grindr,
don't believe
Plenty of Fish, Plenty of Cribs?
No, I don't even know how those things work. Like, my mom had to teach me one of the ones that she was doing was like the Plenty of Fish. I don't know what the heck that is. But I don't have patience for those things. And then I did like take a peek on that Tinder thing, right? Just to see.
Well, that's easy. Just swipe and.
Yeah, but I still don't get it. Like, why?
I get it. Well, I mean, that's how people, especially today, that's how people meet.
No, I hate it. I don't like none of those things. So.
What about a title? Any soldiers come in there being like, hey, how you doing? No. Not exactly like that. Like everybody's like me that goes in there.
No, not even really title. Yeah, there's no hope.
No hope. Well, hopefully this podcast helps. So if you're in the Central Texas region or willing to locate to the region, we have the most eligible bachelorette in the area.
And you have to meet this criteria. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're just not going to say what it is.
Kidding. No, for real. Everybody has a type these days. Okay, I don't think I have a type or a preference.
So if you're listening, that's all ethnicities, heights, weights.
Yeah, but
come through.
But come on, let's not get carried away here, okay?
You just said it. I don't know. Just
you don't have to like stress it out. Like, hey, weight does not matter. And
okay, you grabbed onto that one.
But only because. I don't know. Like, I just feel like nowadays it's really even not really about, I mean, I used to be that type before. I used to be like, oh, you gotta be this, you gotta be that and stuff like that. But, the older you get, those things are not too much.
They don't bear as much importance.
Right.
The older you get.
Right. Your priorities change.
Okay. That's good to know.
I'm glad the video doesn't come out because anybody that's looking at me like she is a damn lie. Looking at my face like.
Yeah, like body language. Body language says a lot. Fortunately, this one's not. We're not releasing any body language on this one.
Hey, so did you hear the stimulus checks are out now?
No. How do we? I don't even know. Like, what do I have to do anything to get it?
You're not really supposed to do nothing. You're just supposed to check your account or check in the mail if your check. Some people already got theirs. and some had the nerve to complain.
Thought that it wasn't enough.
No, because in some situations, some households, some of them might have just for example,
kids.
Yeah, kids, and some of them, like in my situation, they have like some of us
3 kids.
We don't claim our kids, some of us, because they have their own Social Security checks and stuff like that, and so we're thinking the kids are supposed to get their checks too, right? Like $1,200.
The kids?
Yeah, because supposedly they file their own taxes, right? So I've heard.
I never heard of this.
I've heard some. No, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what they're wanting because, like one of the people I know, she got her $1,200, but she only got $1,200. She has kids, but but I think she's not getting that extra $500 for the fact that she don't claim them because of the Social Security. So a lot of us, the kids do file their own checks, their own tax. But I don't even know if that falls under them getting $1,200 too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, dude, you got your $1,200.
Yeah.
Come on. And I'm here checking. They go off of and I'm a little nervous because they go off of your last tax information, which I was in my old address. And that's where if they are to send you a check. But I heard they also do direct deposit.
Did this person that got the check, they got it via mail or direct deposit? Direct
deposit. She said it was in her account.
What did it come up as? Treasury?
I don't know. I didn't. She didn't get into all that. She just said, "Hey, so you got a stimulus check of $1,200. I'm just wondering why, if my son's gonna get his because he files his own tax." She just went into all that, and a lot of us were like, "Oh, well, we didn't get ours yet."
She might be full of shit.
No, but then when she said that, somebody else came on there and said, "Oh yeah, my friend got hers too." Da 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 da. So people are getting their checks. I mean, I really didn't believe in this thing, or maybe thought it was not going to come till 6 months down the road or whatnot. I thought this is just all a hoax.
Yeah, I heard May. I gotta check my account. I usually don't check my account so I know money's going into it.
Yeah.
So I could just kind of close my eyes and hope for the best with it.
And hope for the best. That's what I do. And then if I don't see anything in the account, I'm hoping for the best when I go to my mailbox.
Yeah, well, that too. I always check the mail, but I don't get anything from the fucking.
I check my mail once a week because I don't ever get nothing. But what's the cool thing now about mail? Did you know you can get emails and they tell you what you have in your mailbox?
No, that's too much. I don't want that.
No, so now I do that because I don't like going to the mail and getting.
Where's your mailbox?
Just down the street.
Right, so.
It's
Killeen's like that. They have those community mailboxes set up unless you're gonna package.
It's three houses up the street, but I just don't want to waste my time to go there if all I'm getting is a postcard or whatever, a bill and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a bill. Leave it there. Return to sender.
So I look at my email, and every morning it'll tell me what's coming to my mailbox. So. It's like a screen. It's like a picture of your mail that it will be there for the day. Yeah, it's cool because then I can always look and be like, nah, I'm not gonna go to the mailbox today. It's nothing in there. Or the next day, if I see it, oh look, that check is in. Let me go get the mail.
You get the check. Leave everything else. Grab the check.
Right.
Well, I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a USPS?
Yes, yeah. So I found out about it when I was. No, it's not an app. It's
It's just a mailing list.
Yeah. So I didn't know until I did my change of address, and they give you all these options oh, how do you want, this, da da da, and it says, do you want emails of this, da da da, and I just checked everything, whatever, and then I started getting emails. What's coming to your mailbox soon.
Mm-hmm.
So every morning, it'll tell me, and they're very accurate. Like sometimes it's not going to have everything that's in there. Like if you have a box package, whatever, they don't really say. But as far as those, like if
If you get a box package, it doesn't come to your house?
yeah, it does some, and those mailbox things. They also have those bigger.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's useful if you would need to be quarantined. Fuck it, don't go to the mailbox unless you could see what the fuck is there. Half the mail is I get coupons half the time for some shit that I'm never gonna use. I'm like, what is this?
Mostly trash.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. So hey, did you hear about like when people were getting sick like earlier in the year? Did you get sick earlier in the year?
I did. I was actually got sick in February.
Like really?
February, March.
Like really, really sick?
I didn't have a fever, but I had a little bit of shortness of breath, had a little bit of body aches, bad cough. I had a cough for like weeks.
So did you think...
I don't think it was coronavirus. I think it was like the start of allergy season, and this is Texas, and my allergies suck here. That's
what happened with me too, and it was January time frame. Everybody is like second guessing themselves now. Everyone's thinking they had like the coronavirus. I mean, I'm like almost thinking I did too, but it's the same thing. I mean, I went to my doctor. I didn't go to my doctor, but I went to urgent care, and the guy said I had sinus. I've never had sinus that felt like death though. Did you go to the doctor? Did they say what you had, or
I went to the doctor. They tested me for strep throat, which came back negative. What
did they say you had?
I jokingly said to the medical assistant, I was like, I hope it's not that corona stuff. That was before it was so big. If I did that now, they'd be like freaking out. They'd put me in like... I was like, I think it's... I told her, I was like, I think it's the Heineken. It's not the corona. And they were like, oh, they're like, oh, no, haha.
What did you come out? What did they say you had?
She gave me antibiotics.
Yeah, they did that with me too. I mean, I'm to the point where I think like we all just have it. We had it. We have it.
Oh no, I don't think we had coronavirus. I think we were just sick, and it's the thing is when I moved here last year, and it was right around this time now. My allergies were horrendous, and I got really, really sick after being here for a few weeks because my allergies were and I couldn't breathe. But I refused to take any allergy medicine too, which was stupid.
No, I'm the same way too. I have real bad allergies.
Yeah, so I think it was just probably that. I don't know. And I wasn't taking allergy medicine. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I bet you if we was like that sick around this time, they would have ruled it as us having COVID.
Oh, they would have tested. They probably would have tested us.
Yeah, and they would have came probably positive.
Well, I don't know. You never know, but
sometimes I hate to joke about it because I know it's real. I know it's out there. It's something, but sometimes I feel like, how are these tests? Are these tests really coming back? Like they really did a test? Like is this real? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
What do you mean? Did they really do the test?
Like sometimes I feel like, they do the test and then they just say it's positive, like stay in. They could just be saying, everybody that took the test, they could just be saying, oh yeah, you got it. So stay home, quarantine. That's like another way of saying stay your ass at home and self-isolate. Because if you don't know for sure you don't have it, a lot of people will be like, oh, well, whatever, I don't have it, blah, blah, blah. But the people that get sick and decide they want to do the test and then they come back and it's positive, sometimes I feel like they're just saying that so you can stay home and self-isolate. I mean, common sense. If you're sick anyway, you should stay away from people, right?
Yeah, right now, especially.
Well, right now, especially. But I mean, it's like that anytime.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If you're sick with something, look, back the fuck off. So it's going to be like that. So sometimes that's why, when they do the testing, who knows? Did it really go to the CDC? Because that's where it's supposed to come from, CDC, right?
I think our no. I think I'm pretty
No.
sure our numbers are accurate.
If you're gonna do a test for me, I want to see every single step you make. I want to see you get the swab from me. I want to see it going to the CDC. I want to, have it been followed. I want to where you're in the lab looking
Supply
at it.
line. The whole. Yeah, but I don't think that's plausible.
Your test might be going to like Joe Schmo or something.
Going to Wuhan.
Going to Wuhan.
It's crazy. A lot of conspiracy things that are making sense is Wuhan had like 15 million people. 5 million people were forced to leave the city, and it was isolated in that one area. So everybody thinks China's numbers are bullshit.
Yeah, who knows?
That's something that's weird. If there's something that's weird, it's China's numbers. But I don't know about. I think ours are probably very accurate.
The minute I heard about that and about the people dying so fast in China, the first thing I thought was population control.
Oh God, you got a little conspiracy in you.
No, I mean, and see it. I don't like to be. I don't think about the whole conspiracy thing. I mean, if you just really
you don't think about it.
You really think about it. I mean, they've been trying to control population for like the longest. Think about it.
I have somebody that is coming on next week that I'm going to talk to, and she constantly posts stuff like that. So I think it's going to be an interesting discussion. She's like really into like a lot of the conspiracy aspects of this shit. So I'm like,
I am too, sort of, kind of, but it has to make a lot of sense first. Like, I'm not gonna just go off of like because everybody sometimes are over like they're like to the top where they're like, oh my God, like the whole 5G is causing coronavirus, like that. I don't even. Yeah. I don't believe stuff.
It's in 100. Coronavirus is in 181 countries.
Yeah,
5G is in 6 countries or something.
Yeah,
How is it?
Much like. I mean, I get the whole 5G stuff, but I think that's just like a different subject. That's different from the coronavirus. The coronavirus.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely different. There's no way it is. I don't think.
There's different things that I will look into or like, research more into or even like really think about because it makes sense. But sometimes people are taking it to the, extreme where it doesn't even make sense anymore. Like, no. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't think it's unless, sometimes we just smoke this fire, but a lot of people like questioning Dr. Fauci too now.
I like Dr. Fauci. Do you like it? I
did, but I'm letting people outside influences like affect my opinion of him because I was a really big fan of him. But apparently, he has like a bunch of connections with like Bill Gates' vaccines companies. I haven't looked into any of this. I have no idea, but that's just what people are telling me. So I'm like, you don't know who you could trust that's on stage. I don't fucking know.
We don't.
But he's 79. You know that guy's 79.
Dr. Fauci is 79?
Yeah, he looks good, right?
Yeah.
He runs. They just read something today. He runs 3.5 miles a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm scared because I feel like I've been trusting him for since this whole thing started, and then I get scared. Like, what if he dies? Like, who are we gonna trust?
It's Dr. Birx. Dr. Birx is right there too. The female. She was a colonel in the army.
Okay, yeah. I think I saw her.
And when all else fails, we still got our President Trump. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
We defeated the virus. It was a very mean virus. But nobody defeats a virus like I defeat a virus.
Wow. That guy is so
So, yeah, I mean, I think he's being pragmatic. He's not acting like a Republican or a Democrat. I'm probably not going to vote. But, the Democrats are running Joe Biden against them. So get used to 4 more years against them because Joe Biden doesn't even know where he is half the time.
Wow.
They ruined Bernie. They should have run Bernie Sanders. They could have had a real election, but it's Joe Biden doesn't. He's not. His mind's not there anymore. It's obvious.
I mean, does it even matter anymore?
No, it doesn't. Right? Everything's fucking.
If we had Trump for president, I think at this point, anybody could just go ahead and run for president.
Anybody could run. He's fun. I'll say this. He's entertaining as shit. The way he's just fucking.
Yeah. When I'm watching him talk, I always got the. Was that show that he had where you're fired every time?
The Apprentice.
Yeah, that's how I'm watching him. When he's up there in the podium or whatever talking, that's all I'm picturing is him in The Apprentice. That's how I'm watching it. It's not even. I don't know. It's crazy.
The reality show. It's like a reality show. It's crazy. He's like a reality star. Out of the president. He's most known for his reality star. I don't think he's most known for his business acumen or anything. But
yeah. I mean, I hear very little bit. I mean, I know he got all these hotels and all this, whatever, this and that, but.
And he's known for his business acumen, but he's more known for being the Apprentice star.
Yeah, that's how I knew him more, from The Apprentice.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you have anything that you want to promote or, because I know you always got your hands into something that you're working on, so.
I'm working on something. I just don't want to promote it just yet because I just want to be more well educated about it. Maybe I'll give you a little snippet. And I think you know something about it. You know what? You were kind of into the whole Bitcoin thing.
Oh,
Are you still doing any of that?
No, I'm not doing that.
You're not?
It's a long story. I'm not going to go into my experience.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not really... That's just a very small part of it.
Are you talking about a token? Somebody creating a new type of cryptocurrency token that you're somewhat involved with?
No, it's more into trading, and that there I seen that in there, and that's why I was gonna ask you about it, but I don't know. It's so it sounds so I don't know. It's hard to even explain, but it's I'm trying to do something with the whole investment side. And, there's a lot of trading going on and there's stocks. I don't know if it's even stocks, but I saw that whole Bitcoin thing and I've seen crypto, all that. And I'm like, oh, so they still do these things? Because I stopped hearing about it.
Still doing it. I mean, I don't even follow. I block that. I block out a lot of it.
I'm guessing that gave you a very bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I mean, I could say, I had stuff.
You had stuff, and now you don't have it.
But I didn't have it at the right time, and I got out of it at the right time, but I really don't even give a shit, because that's all I'm saying about it.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Okay. I guess I know on that end what to do. But yeah, so it's part of an investment thing, but I'm still learning it while I have.
Be careful.
Yeah.
You can't see her face right now, but she was looking but a little concerned almost. I don't know.
Yeah. Well.
I'm sure you'll do great. I'm sure you'll make great decisions. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best Bitcoin this country's ever seen while Donald J. Trump is in office.
Yeah. Well, I hope that goes well too. But yeah. No, nothing else. Nothing to promote right now. Except stay home.
Stay at home, you guys. Stay at home. Everybody needs to stay at home because if you go out, we need to stop this hashtag. Stop the spread.
People are dying that never died before.
People are dying that have never died before. Yes,
that's why I'm nervous because I've never died before, and so
profound.
that means I might die because I've never died before. So I'm a little nervous about that part.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I'm hoping like, everything just starts like getting back a little bit. But even after all this is said and done, I don't think anything will go back. Like I think everybody will still, well, some people that believe in it will still, I think it's put fear in me a little bit. Like now, if I do go out, like I'm still gonna be like away from people 6 feet, or I'm still gonna think like, "Ooh, are you sick?" Or, it's gonna be in my head, and I'm gonna constantly be hand sanitizing. I mean, the whole washing hand things is like common sense, but I find myself a lot now. Anything that other people touch, I'm sanitizing right after, like that's how crazy it's been.
Yeah, if I go if I have to go somewhere and I have to open a door, I'm like, I have a glove on, and then I throw the glove out. Now, during the coronavirus stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like even after, I'm gonna be the same way still, like because it's still gonna be around.
That's the thing, Dr. Fauci. Another thing about him, he said that shaking hands is we're not gonna shake hands anymore.
Never shake hands, like don't ever do it, and well then.
To me, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna be people. Are gonna be people.
Right, but I feel like our lifestyle will change a little bit. If not drastically, but I feel like it will change some. It just probably like open our eyes a lot more to and be aware more. Like a lot of times, like we didn't really care. Shit, we all opened the door. We all touched the same thing. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're more like, oh, did I just touch my nose? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Whatever.
I think everybody's gonna know to cough like this.
No, that I don't believe. They still do. You know what? That's what pisses me off, because even when all of these things are happening, people will still do it in the stores. Like,
what do you mean?
They'll cough, like not cover their mouth.
Oh, that's healthy.
And they was doing that like in the midst of all this stuff going on. I'm like, okay, you already know that whatever, this shit is going on.
My buddy was telling me he was drinking something in a supermarket and it went down the wrong pipe, and he was just like coughing relentlessly, and everybody was staring at him.
So this is everything that's happened, and that's why I get so paranoid, because when all of this was going on and when I was still going out to the stores, so I've had somebody in the same aisle cough, and he kept coughing. But when I looked, I'm like, dude, why are you not covering your mouth? So I tried to like, and he was like maybe all the way to the end of the aisle, but I was trying to like walk towards the other end, because when I was walking towards him and he started coughing, I turned around and I started walking the other way.
Get the fuck out of it with these people that do that shit. Yeah. That's why I only do the grocery pickup, because I just like, if I'm picking up a box of cereal, it could have been some idiot coughing all over it a few minutes ago.
He was right there in the aisle looking at these, like, I forgot what aisle we were in, but it was like all box stuff. And he was just straight coughing. And I'm like, what is your problem? Like, why are you not even at least covering your mouth? So, and then there was another time as I was exiting Walmart, the dude literally in front of me, well, it's still more than 6 feet. He spits, and I'm like, why? And I'm like, I had to stop where I was at, and I'm like, I know he did not just spit. And when you spit like that, like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I do that.
Yeah, okay, but he like literally, it is not even like towards the ground. He like spit like in the air.
That's disgusting.
And and it's just stuff like that is still happening, and that's what kills me, because I'm like, man, I don't know, but
I was going to a pizzeria right when this stuff was starting the quarantine was coming, and it was just like, as I was in class, and I was mad at my school. I was like, why are we even having classes in person right now? We should be doing this shit online. Now it's all online. But then I was walking to a pizzeria at lunch, and this guy was holding the door open, and he was just like coughing on one hand. I was like, this motherfucker looks sick. So he was holding the door open for me. I kind of like walked away from him. I kicked the door just so it stayed open, and then I walked past him. I was like, fuck out of here. I'm not taking any chances with these yahoos out here. The pizzeria wall handing fucking cheese and shit. Yeah, but anyway, I know you gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here too, actually. So let's wrap this up. Jojo, Joanne, thanks for coming on the show. We're gonna tune it out, and you're welcome back anytime. Don't forget Tony Talks 8 on Twitter and Instagram, and Tony Talks 8 podcast at gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in.